but I get up 10. Bitch.
Okay, we've got stories, laughs, and zero chill. You're tuned into Unpacked and Unfiltered with Kay.
And Christicia Stormer, where we say the things that you're thinking.
Okay, today, y'all, we have one of my faves. Today we're talking about a woman who didn't follow the rules. She wrote them. The blueprint, I'm sorry, for confidence, for that boss energy. We're talking with Trina, the baddest ever to do it. So let's get into it.
Thank you. Thank you.
We are so excited to have you.
Thank you, guys.
We are so excited. Let's just get straight into the questions, okay? So we're going to just have some girl talk. We're not going to be too serious. We're not going to talk about your business. We just really want to have some girl talk with you, okay?
Let's do it.
Okay. So when people hear the name Trina, what do you want them to feel?
Alive. Energy, alive, alive. Like the world is yours, conquer it all. Yeah.
Really?
Okay.
I like that.
Yeah. When you hear Trina, it's energy.
Right.
Bring that energy. That mean wake up. That mean
Right.
get alive.
Right.
You still breathing. You still here. You got time. Let's go.
Right.
What you doing?
I like that.
Even if you got little stops, little bumps, but let's go.
Right.
Keep it going.
Let's go.
I
Let's
like
go.
that. I
I
like that.
love that. I love that. I love that.
Yeah. Was there ever a moment where you thought to yourself, yeah, I really changed the game?
I know I changed the game.
Okay.
I know for a fact.
Yeah.
Yeah. When them fingers, two fingers snapping.
Touching, yeah.
Okay, touching. That's just a confidence thing, with all due respect. It is respectfully, I know I changed the game. I know when I came into the game, it was different, and I'm from the South.
Right.
And it was nobody in the South. There was nothing like me in the South, When you first saw me ever, besides if you're from Miami and you know me or grew up or went to school or however, when you first saw me in Nam video and I just came around that corner with that diamond encrusted top and that jacket, it was like,
Period.
who is this?
Yeah.
This is the game changer.
Yeah.
And it was just more so, music, of course, that's the element of it, but it was just how I walked in confidence, how I just came in the room. I owned it. I owned it, and that's just who I am. So it's one of those things where as time passed, as the years passed, as me and my career, and just being a woman, even without the TV, just like in my friends, I know what I changed. I can see people changing how they dress or wanting to dress up or wanting to be fly or girls wanting to put on an extra little bling when they come out. When the girls in the industry, just from their songs, their their delivery, stuff they're saying, just saying my name, that's a game changer. It was like in some type of way, form or fashion, it was an inspiration to you.
Definitely.
Of course, I got the fun party club songs and all that, but it's like then there was those real songs, those serious songs, those single again, those here we go, those I gotta thank you, those that could really resonate with everyday women and everyday life. Just not me, but my friends, my whole circle. It stemmed from that, So yeah, I definitely knew.
You definitely changed it for me anyway.
I was in 7th grade listening to phone sex, so you changed.
You know what? And you know what?
So tell me, how was it like being like the first lady of Slip and Slide?
It was great.
Was?
Yeah, because it was just all the guys there when I got to Slip and Slide. Well, it was Trick. And then Ted had another artist that was signed, but he wasn't around at the time when I first signed. But then there was Trey Plus Six. Trey Plus Six was actually the first artist signed to Slip and Slide.
Okay.
And then Trick. So together, Trey Plus Six and Trick, they all worked together. So that was like one movement happening. And then I came.
Right.
And then there's just all the guys. Then Ross came. Then Plies came. And then it became like a bigger. It was like a big group of us. You know, and nobody was big. I was new. You didn't know me. I was just coming in. If Trick was the only one, had already had a project, already had an album, and I already had that pre-exposure before Slip and Slide from the Luke record. So then when I came, it was just like, I'm here with all the guys. They was extra overprotective.
I
Guys
was just
and
about to say, was it like a little sister big brother
annoying.
type of energy?
Annoying. Yeah, annoying. It was annoying. But it just made me feel comfortable. I just felt like they had my back. I would come around with my girls, my friends. We would just hang out. So all us was just like friends. They sarcastic, cracking jokes, or whatever. We got to adapt to be used to them.
Right.
So that's when I say annoying. They would just like get on our nerves, be irritated. We just don't even pay them no mind.
Right.
We just in the studio. We got to do what I got to do. I'm in here. They working all day. I didn't stay all day, so I would come in like when it was my time or whatever. And then it was just like we built a family, because everybody was trying to get on. Ross wasn't on. Trey Plus Six was the first one started, and we kind of like they put out their project, but it kind of went past them once Trick came.
Right.
And then everybody was in there with Trick to make sure they get on his album. Everybody, this is the album that's coming out, so everybody want to feature. Everybody want to put some part of it and be a part of this project that's about to come out.
Right.
And that's just how I was, just in here with them all day. And but it was just felt like a family, a protective family.
And it sounds like one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun too.
We did.
Yeah,
we did. We did. We did.
Okay. Being a female rapper, right? In a male-dominant field, is it hard? I know it's already hard enough. How was it dealing with other female rappers coming up in the same time as you?
Well, for me, like they loved me, honestly, for real, because I mean, I came in when I really, once I came in, and then I remember like my first time like getting to be around other female artists. It was a magazine. I want to say Vibe or something. I know it was like me. It was Eve. It was Charlie Baltimore. It was, I don't want to forget about it. It was a couple other girls. Everybody was new though.
Right.
We were all new, coming from different areas and different places, and we was all cool. We had a good time. We was on one shoot. We was on one trailer.
Right.
Because again, nobody was big. We was just all new, just branching off, and this was like the fresh faces of, the new artistry or whatever that was coming out. And so I loved Eve. Like me and Eve became great friends, like just from meeting on that magazine shoot.
Right.
Charlie Baltimore, super dope, super cool, like down to earth. Like we just really had a good time and had fun. So after that magazine shoot, then is when I met that's when I met Missy.
Okay.
And wait, before the magazine shoot, excuse me, I met Brat also, but I met Brat way before I was an artist. Yeah. Like when I was really, really young. This is a long story off topic, but I was really young, and my family, I had wanted to do this show, and in this show, it's like, this is Miami, so the beach is really popping. It's like Cameo back in the day. This is a big club, whatever. And my family didn't really know too much about the music and all that stuff was going on, but I was like really like, in it. Right. And the first show that I did, this is what I spent my money on, like when I was just like my little allowance, graduating, whatever. And the first show, it was the Brat, Craig Mack, and Biggie Smalls in Miami. Yeah, this is like roughly, I don't want to be off topic. I would want to say maybe like 94.
Okay.
It was really early. So this is like I first met Brett, but I didn't know her.
Right.
So the first girls I met, that's Eve, that's Charlie Baltimore, all them. Then after that, I met Missy. Right. Then I meet Brett again formally as an artist. So all these girls was just like fun. Like we just all like met and had like instant chemistry. And I met Kim. It was like the sweetest.
Had a good time.
Like the littlest, sweetest, like energy. I mean, because I was excited. I mean, then in midst of all that, don't forget, like, and Kim, this was a little later, but Kim, the first thing that to me felt like hip, like girls in this rap industry of dominated men. Right. The first thing that really felt great to be a part of this was when I saw Kim's Ladies Night. That's the ultimate video. That's what I thought being in this game, even though I came in, under a slip and slide, it's all guys. But when I got in this game, this is what I'm aiming for. Right. Because this is the big picture. This was amazing. The video, nuts. Right. The ladies, nuts. The song, insane. Yes, the creativity.
Yes, it was.
Everybody in the video is timeless. It's iconic. It's the top of women in hip hop to me. That's just my opinion, but so this is what I saw when I came in. So I'm thinking this is how everybody's gonna be. Right. Well, we're gonna make these videos and all us is gonna be big. That's what I really thought. Like, So yeah, that's how I felt about the women when I came in.
You can never forget that video ever.
No. Never. If you don't know it, if you ain't heard about it, you need to go
gotta
get
go
on that
watch it.
Google and start
Yeah.
researching because that is the
never.
iconic,
Yes, it was.
ultimate
It really was.
video for
was.
girls.
It
Yeah.
was.
So tell me, what is it? How do you feel like when you see like young girls like in their early teens, late teens, early 20s start quoting your lyrics like it's like life advice?
Early teens.
Early teens, because I started in middle school, like sixth grade.
And let me
I
tell
was
you,
the baddest in sixth
I
grade.
do. I hear that. I did hear that a lot. Like a lot of like even people I know just from Miami, and it's like, oh, I was listening to this when I was in school. I was at high school and all this, and it's like, yeah. This is when you start. You hear it. Okay, you in high school, you about to graduate. Okay, but I mean, it depends on like what they using it for.
Right.
I mean, because a lot of the music that I made, like, they have messages, even if it's fun, even if it's raunchy, even if it's whatever it's talking about. It was either fun, it was either serious, it was either motivation, it was either boss up, it was either like stand on it,
Yes.
stand on whatever it is.
Right.
And, so when I see it or I hear it or I see like the quotes or whatever, I'm like, dang, I did that. That's a
did
part
that.
of like
You did
changing
that.
the culture. That's a part of
You did
like
that.
the elevation of that. Cause it's like, this is what I said, but I believed and felt like that,
Yeah.
And then that's whatever your belief and feel. I hope it takes some of what I meant by it.
You gave
know
a
what
lot
I
of
mean?
you gave a lot of young girls confidence.
Yes.
Confidence. Yeah, that's
you
a
did.
thing.
Very much so.
That's a thing. And that would, well, to me, and see, because my mom owned beauty salons, and that's the place where women go to get confidence and
Correct.
feel good and get their hair
Correct.
done and
Correct.
have girl time and
Correct.
stories and woosah and talk about all
Right.
the stuff they talk about. So that's all I saw growing
Right.
up was that.
Right.
Everybody walked in here no matter what. I don't care if you died and the bald spot popped up or whatever. My mom was
Right.
going to fix it.
Right.
And so when you walked out of here, you was feeling different than when you walked in.
Correct.
So I just always grew up around it like, chest out, like head up, like
You get
queen
that.
energy,
Yep.
Yeah.
You gave it to a lot of young girls
Yes,
too.
sir.
Yeah.
You really did.
Thank you.
Yes. And we thank you for
Thank you.
it.
Thank you.
Till this day.
Thank you.
If Trina wasn't a rapper,
Mm-hmm.
what career field would you say you would dominate right now?
Oh yeah, I'll be selling those $85 million homes, luxury on the beach, like big building, like pre-construction. That was really the career I had wanted to do,
Real
is be a real
estate.
estate.
Okay.
Yeah, and before real estate, I just got that really because my mom was that. My grandfather was he built homes. They from Nassau. They came to Miami. And my grandmother's home where I grew up at, he built from brick by brick to the ground.
really?
Yes, and so, but my grandfather was an architect and a realtor. So realistically, that's what I wanted to be, an architect.
Okay.
But I was little when I was growing up, and that word, people, that wasn't like a thing. You know what I mean? Like even for my mom, they had their own life, their own business, their own job, but nobody wanted to build a house.
Right.
Nobody was thinking about that, so that wasn't talked about. Like
Right.
Yeah.
and so just growing up, I thought like, well, maybe that's a man's job. A woman can't build no house. I just
Right.
never knew, and just life, I just didn't even research it
Right.
until like in today's day life, I
Right.
researched like all these women architect. Man, I'm mad. Like
Yeah.
but I just didn't know, and then I instantly gravitated to real estate, and
Okay.
because I just love that. And every time I go to home stuff, I'm like, now you know what? This lady closet should have been way bigger, and we should have stairs, and we should have these big cabinets and all this
Right.
other. Like
Right.
I always have these visions of that, so that's what I would have definitely been doing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's something you would have been really passionate about.
Yes, I have real estate license, so yeah.
Okay.
I'm a
well,
I'm a
realtor.
realtor too. So
Okay,
listen,
go ahead. Go
I feel you 100%. You going, especially you going to those new constructions.
Oh,
it's like-
yes,
and
yes.
You looking around like, and then now the new constructions, they done took out the garden tubs and they just do standing showers. I'm like, where the garden tubs
Where's
at?
the women tub?
Right,
Where's
right,
Like, can I
right.
just build
And
this?
the
the way
whole
it
time
should
you
be?
like remodeling the whole house in your head.
Yeah.
Every time
Like
you
you're
go on
building
one.
it.
Yeah.
Right,
Every time
right.
you
Like,
go
give
on
me
one.
these tools. Let me do this to show
Yeah.
you how this
Every
Right.
time, especially
Yeah.
the kitchen.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on the kitchen.
No, we need the big, nice kitchen with the
You
island.
gotta have the
Right.
gourmet
Okay.
kitchen every time. Every time.
Yeah.
So tell me what advice you would give women that are overly confident but they're labeled doing too much.
Who's labeling? Doing the labeling?
Everybody, but
Don't matter.
okay.
Don't
I
matter.
like that.
Don't matter what people think, say, whatever. If you're doing too less, then they're going to say, what, you doing nothing.
Correct.
So you got to do
Right.
whatever it is to your ability that you can do while you're able to do it.
I love that.
You are functionable, you able to move, you able to control however you want to move and do your thing. Go full force. Like if you don't do it, somebody else going to do it, then you mad.
Agreed. I agree.
Yeah.
Why do you think confidence sometimes gets mistaken for an attitude? You know, if you too, you know, they say you got an attitude or you cocky. Why do you think that
It's
happens?
just an insecure form of speech.
Jealousy.
I feel like, I mean, come on. It's like we know left and right. People know what confidence is. Sometimes confidence exude off as arrogant or however it is, but you need to be arrogant. You need to be confident. You need to be
Okay,
pushy and bossy about what you want
I
because
agree.
nobody's not going to push the door open for you. So if
Right,
you sit back here with your confidence not up on 1,000 and this door is closed and
right,
somebody think you doing too much trying to get across this door, but you really trying to get to what you're trying to get to,
right.
and if you don't be that confident and that cocky and move and get past that door, the door stay closed.
I
How
agree.
you gonna get there?
You're right.
Nobody's not gonna hold your hand and open the door for you. You gotta be right in the front. You gotta stand in the front and go after what it is that you want. No matter what nobody's talking about. People, everybody got an opinion. Oh well.
They're gonna
Yes,
have that till the day you die and even after you
Yeah,
die.
they gonna have something to say, good or bad. So
You're right.
it
yeah,
is what it is.
yeah.
So what does knowing your worth look like to you in real life?
Drinking alkaline water and minding your business. That's what it looks like. It looks like self care. If it looks like pouring into yourself, it looks
Yes,
like really, like, trying to figure out who you are inside and like what you want to, what do you want to do, where you trying to go, like for yourself, like pour into you, because we could pour into everybody and pour into all kind of things, our
Right.
life, job, all this stuff, but then it's like who's pouring into you.
agreed.
So self-care, you got to pour into you to be the best version of you to go after what you really
I
want.
agree.
And I just feel like, that's what it is.
Agreed. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. What is the best advice you'll give women in their late 20s and 30s? The best advice
Best
you would
advice
give.
I would give them,
Mm-hmm.
um resilience, clarity,
I
determination.
like that.
I feel like 20s and 30s, in your 20s, you don't really know what's going on.
You don't.
You think you do.
Right.
We've
Really
all
do.
been there. You think
Yeah.
you do, you don't.
Yeah.
You trying to figure it out. You making mistakes every single day.
Every day.
You take 2 steps forward and you fall 3-4 steps back.
Right.
That's what the 20s look like.
Right.
Then in the 30s is when you trying to really narrow it down and figure it out, because it's like being in elementary school. Your mama gotta wake you up. It's time to get up. The alarm going off.
Yeah.
But when you get to college, nobody don't gotta wake you up. You're
Right.
responsible to wake up yourself.
Right.
So that's in your 30s. You are responsible for this life that you are living and breathing every day.
Right.
Nobody is responsible for you. Nobody has to go out of their way to reach out to you, to check on you, to call you, to
Right.
text you, to make sure you're okay. If they do, that's fine. But if they don't, then what are you doing for yourself? Like
Right.
you gotta show up for you every day.
Agreed.
You gotta wake up and show up for you every day, even if a mistake is made, even if you thought you was closing on that deal and that deal fell through, and even if you thought you was getting that new car and you got there and they say, "Dang, your credit ain't good enough. You can't."
Right.
Fix the credit.
Right.
Fix the problem. Fix
Right.
whatever's going on step by step. The only person you racing against is yourself.
That's it.
That's the only person. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to get something done today because your friend got it done today. Yours may take 2-3 months. Hers may take 60 days. But you don't know how much work she put in them 60 days to make that happen, while you was laying around, playing around, and not doing what you got to do.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So I just feel like every day you got to, in 30s, this is the time you get serious about your life, because when the 30s over, it's the 40-40 club.
Yeah.
And nobody cares. Save the excuses.
Yeah.
Save the sad stories. We all got one.
Yes, we do.
We all got one. We all got an issue. We all got a problem. We all lost somebody.
Yes,
we
we
all,
have.
a job ain't work out.
Yeah.
The check wasn't what you expected.
Yeah.
The raise ain't happened. All this stuff. This
Yeah.
this is when life is really cracked down.
Correct.
And you got to know what's going on.
Right.
So in your 30s, you got your jiggle room, but don't jiggle too much. Like, make sure you trying to narrow it down. Make notes. Take notes every day. Your life is
Right.
like a journal for you.
Right.
Focus on what you want. It's like a vision board. Put all the things in your mind. This is why we have these phones. We could just put everything in your notes. You could go back and look at it all day. You could
Checklist.
reset, restart as many times as you want to. I want this. It's on my vision board. And what does it take to get this? If it takes me 3 to 6 months, I know that's the window I have to work on this goal. Like,
Right.
strongly, fiercely.
Right.
This is for me.
Right.
This is not for nobody else. Doesn't matter what else is happening.
Right.
But what is for you. If you want it, then you have to do it in your 30s.
Right.
Because this is where you set yourself up before you get to the next phase, and then the next phase in life. It gets into a settlement.
Right.
But 20s, yeah, just you out there messing up your credit, getting credit cards, ain't paying them, living a car note late. You ain't doing whatever you got to do. Yeah, you done got your lashes done. You ain't pay your light bill, all that stuff. Okay, we get it. We get it. That's cool. The credit collector's calling you.
Burning your
Like,
candles.
yeah, but all that stuff. That's 20. Have fun. Have fun.
Right.
You may got too drunk, missed a few days at work.
Yeah.
But in your 40s, 30s now, late 30s, we not missing too many days of work.
Correct.
Because work is serious now.
Correct.
Work is you. Work is your strategy. Work
Correct.
is yourself, like defining yourself, lining it up for what's really going on.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's the 20s. Have fun, man. 30s, start straightening it up.
Right.
Pull your collar up.
A little
You know what I
bit,
mean? Like, get
yeah.
yourself together.
That's some good advice.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So if you could tell your younger self something before the fame, before the love, before marriage, what would it be?
My younger self. Yeah. My younger self before all of this, everything that always happened, all this, go after everything you want in life. Go after it, set goals, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself, because when I say believe in yourself, you could say that. That's easy to say, but do you know how hard it really is to believe in yourself?
Very
when
hard.
something go wrong?
Yes.
You know how hard it is to believe in yourself when you took that test that you wanted to pass to get to the next level and you failed that test.
Right.
You start not believing. You start, we have these things in our mind. I'm not good enough. This ain't working. I don't know. You have to really, really because me, I wasn't like that, but I just wanted to get it out in the world. Like I said, I want to do whatever I want to do, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
Like you know what I mean? It was one of those things, like I wanted to do real estate and I had an option to take the cram and take the course and do it in, I think it was 1 week or 2 weeks or a longer time. I need to do it right now.
Right.
I don't want to wait. I don't want to be all that studying. I don't care. I don't care. But we have our phones. We have like little beepers or something. My beeper off. I don't talk to no friends. I don't want to do nothing but wake up every day and do this.
Right.
Because I have to succeed this. I have to do this. So that's basically it. Like you have to really put yourself in the mind frame. Because now, today, my younger self, I didn't have... it wasn't exposed to all this.
Right.
Correct.
So it felt like you had all this time. You had so
Right.
much time to play with. You had so much time to research. And
Right.
nobody knows what's going on. Nobody got it figured out. That was
Right.
cool because we all was just out here one day by day.
Right.
But now, younger self in today's day,
It's different.
Right.
you're exposed to everything.
Yep.
You have all the research.
Yeah.
You have all the networking. You have all the necessities that you need to... It's almost like go back. It's like it's like in school, like relearning, unlearning things, unlearning habits, unlearning stuff that that you've been holding on to and you can't stop doing, and bad habit, unlearn that.
Right.
Because you're really grown now. Like
Right.
in your younger self in today's
Of
right
course,
now.
yeah.
So now you can't sit up here and we don't have to look at an ad in the paper and look for jobs and all that kind of stuff. When you pick up your phone, that is your living testament of life.
Yep.
We cannot
Yep.
leave out of our house, our kitchen, our bathroom, bedroom without that phone.
Right.
Because that is what our life is right now,
is.
So you have all the necessities to do everything that you want to do. Younger self didn't have that. So right now, go after it. Don't stop. You're unstoppable. Even you'll be able to do stuff that you didn't do because you didn't do it. You was afraid. You didn't know how. You didn't know if you could conquer this. So you kind of shell back.
Right.
But now, it's like I'm 14 people in one. Spin the wheel.
I agree to that.
You know what I
love
mean?
that.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
I agree to
Yeah.
That's not like me. I'm always all over the place.
Yes. Yes,
Trying,
she is.
trying to do everything.
You got to
she
keep
is.
going while you got the time to keep
Yeah, of
going.
course.
Yeah.
You
I
have to
totally
keep
agree.
going. Yeah.
Okay. What does peace look like for Trina?
Peace. Peace looks like being in a space now that I can do whatever it is I want to do on my time,
Right.
and that comes with that comes from putting the work in, that comes from grounding, that comes from being consistent, being strategic. And so if I say, hey, I don't want to work 2 months, I don't have to. I could kick my feet
right.
up, I could
That
lay
sounds
back,
so
I could
nice.
relax. And that's just peace. That's because I chose that. Like
Right.
it is, it ain't always was that though. It became that,
Right.
If I want to stay in bed with my husband all day, I don't have to move.
Right.
Like I could just stay in bed all day. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm not actively working and being progressive in things I got to do. But when you get to a certain space, it's structured.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
peace is like having that freedom to where I
Breathe.
can set a calendar. I could breathe. I could relax. I could just take time off. I could go here if I wanted to go here. I don't have to do absolutely nothing. I don't have to get no hair, no makeup, no clothes. I could just sit around the house and do nothing.
Right.
Put on Netflix and just chill.
And watch Found.
Yeah. I love Found. You have to watch it. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah, you have to. You have to.
Yeah. That sounds like
Yes.
where we want to get to.
Yeah.
Everybody, yeah.
You will
peace.
self-care. It's like pouring into you every day.
Yeah.
Pouring into you every day to where you have this, you rolling, this is what y'all doing. You have this set. You still got to get up and you got to show up for
right.
work. But now it can be planned accordingly to where if you say, okay, I'm going to do 5 guests in one day and the rest of this month we off.
Right.
That's how you find your peace.
Right.
You know?
I like that.
Yeah.
Agree to that. Yeah.
Sounds like a little structure.
Yeah.
Structure, discipline.
A lot of discipline.
Yes.
A lot of it.
So this is like a question that I'm sure the whole world wants to know. Will we be getting an album from you soon?
Oh, here y'all go. Do not start with that. Do not start with that, okay? Do not stop. Okay, my last album was my 6th album. You guys will get a final album from me.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll get that. You'll get the final chapter album. And when I say that, the final chapter, that means like, because I'm just doing, like, I just want to evolve into so much stuff and do stuff, whatever. I love music, it's my whole thing. But, I mean, you'll still hear music. It just won't be album versions music. It could be in movies. It could be on shows, however, whatever.
Okay, right.
I'm controlling that. Like, I've got to a place to where I know how I want to do it, how I want to control it. I'll be, doing soundtracks, all kind of stuff. Like, I just want to do it in a different way. Music is in a whole different era now than when I started 20 years ago. But I do know for a fact that, it was a lot going on when I was doing my 6th album, and I didn't really get to complete it like how I wanted to, at that time. So I know for a fact, even with the fans, they ask. You think about sometimes how long it'd be like, my last album was in 2019.
Really?
And yes, it was in 2019, the one.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what the years off of not doing that is a part of what peace looks like. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
I'm not on a calendar. Nobody could force me to put out an album. I don't have to do. I can when I feel like it and when I decide. I've already been in the studio doing songs and stuff. But this is no rush. This is just gonna be like the blueprint, like grand opening, grand closing. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear that and what you have to talk about now because you have really involved into somebody different. I'm excited
That's
to
gonna
hear
be
that.
interesting.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
For me,
I'm excited.
anyway.
I'm gonna be excited for you guys to hear it. Yeah.
For me, anyway, I'm excited. Excited for you. Can't wait.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for unpacking and getting unfiltered with us. We thank you guys for sitting on the couch with us and enjoying our time with the baddest.
The Diamond Princess.
Yeah, the Diamond Princess to ever do it. I love her. Stay bold, move with intentions, and trust your journey. See you on the next episode, you guys. Bye.